Terrance Gore now available. First question from Dave Assay. Go ahead.
Hey, Terrance, just curious, what's the season been like for you coming into spring training a little bit later and then, everything that's occurred since?
I would say it's been almost like a roller coaster with the COVID thing and how we started off and the whole like the bubble and being coming to a new organization. That's always a new. It's like I always said, it was like going to a new high school. So you had to meet like new friends and new teammates. But I played against you guys a lot when I was actually with the Royals and not with Kansas City, but in their minor league system. So I knew a lot of these guys over here. I talked with a couple of players here, and I've learned by far the most when it comes to like hitting and in general baseball. Like you guys have so much like talent and so much like knowledge about the game that I'd never even experienced at all in my whole career. So,
Terrance, have you had any visions of being that pinch runner that the Dodgers have you on this roster for? I mean, your manager might be the most famous pinch runner in baseball history. Have you had visions of a moment like that?
Yeah, I actually have, and I talked to Doc yesterday about it, and he was like, He said, "You're the faster me of it," and I started laughing at him. And yeah, I'm definitely here to do my job and do my part and help this team win games.
Thank you.
Next question is from Maria Torres. Go ahead.
Hey, Terrance.
Hey.
I was wondering how you would compare this team to the Royals teams that you were on.
I wouldn't say it's like similar. Like this team is like a lot of like. There's a lot of guys that can get the ball out of the ballpark pretty quick, and I felt like the Royals were just fast, and we played really good defense. The Dodgers play really good defense. I think only like offensive wise, I would say the Royals. We played small ball. We bunted and we did anything we could to score runs. Where with the Dodgers, I feel like it's literally it take one pitch and it could be 4-0. So
okay. That makes sense. And like obviously, like the markets are very different in Kansas City versus LA. Are there any like parallels that you might be able to draw between the I don't know, but I guess between the people in the clubhouse and all that kind of stuff?
I feel like the leadership is the exact same when it came from the Royals and when it came to the Dodgers for sure. The leadership over there, you had like Alex Gordon, Salvador Perez, and Eric Hosmer. And over here, you got Turner, you got Seager, you got Mookie. And like, honestly, you can kind of tell, like, once we won the World Series, like, the demeanor changed with the Royals. And I feel like when Mookie came to the Dodgers, like, you already knew, like, he had won a World Series. Like, the way he came in the clubhouse, the way he, like, told you, like, how it's, like, how he wanted to get back so bad and what he thought the team needed to do to get there. It was just amazing. So,
what do you remember about spring training and Mookie and his leadership?
Just in general, man, he's just a good guy. He came in there one time in spring training, and he's probably been there maybe, I think it was like 2.5, 3 weeks, and he had a meeting in front of the whole clubhouse. Like, it takes guts to do that in general. Just like you've been there so short a period of time, you come in here and having a meeting, saying like the things we can do to get better, even like little things too. It was like we would charge each other like $5-10 like an era at all the practice, and it cleaned up so much of our baseball. Because like, granted, $5 or $10, we actually didn't really like pay it, but like in your mind, you didn't want to like make any errors. You want to be perfect, and that's what he strived for, is being perfect at something.
Hypothetically, did you owe him any money?
I think I was in like $50.
All right, thanks so much, Terrance.
Mookie owes some money too now. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Thanks, Terrance. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Next question is from Alanna Rizzo. Go ahead.
Hi, Terrance. 5 postseason steals. You're obviously so well known because of your speed and add such a value to this club. How much have you appreciated just being a guy that is relied on heavily because of your legs and having the opportunity to be on this wild card roster?
I mean, it means a lot to me, honestly, personally. I've always told myself I'm trying to better myself as a baseball player, but as my career continues and keeps going on, like I'd work on other things at certain point in time. So like now I'm not really working on like hitting the ball and like I'm playing defense, of course, but I'm not really like, hitting the ball. I'm really working on my base running because you guys, like the Dodgers, they said they want me here to pinch run and maybe score some crucial runs for them. So I'm I'm not really changing my strategy when it comes to that, but I'm actually just trying to be perfect at stealing bases again. So.
And how does one do that? How does one perfect base running? Obviously, you're born with the speed, but how do you perfect it? What do you do?
It's multiple reps. Georgie has had me out there stealing off all our pitchers already. So, I mean, just reps after reps after reps. And you just keep doing it. It's like if you do anything else in life, you just keep doing it. Eventually, hopefully, become really good at it.
In the event that it's not the postseason and you're not, on a roster just for your legs, what is it about your overall game that you said you wanted to improve in terms of hitting or in terms of defense? How do you become a better all-around player?
Just the little things. I want to do the situation better, like situational hitting, putting the ball in play. I mean, that plays, but I want to actually drive the ball more. And I think with the Dodgers, even when I was with the Yankees for a little bit, like those guys were telling me, like, you got to stop, like, because all my career I've always been told, like, hit the ball on the ground, hit the ball on the ground, hit the ball on the ground. It's pounded in my head for over and over and over. But, like, I came to these other organizations, and they're like, dude, don't do that. Like, these guys are really good. They know how to field the ground ball. I don't care how fast you are. They'll get you out. And they're teaching me how to actually drive the ball a little bit and put it in the gaps and get doubles and stuff, so.
How long does it take to change that mentality when you come up with an organization and they're talking about, driving it into the ground, and then you go to other organizations in the league and they want you to completely change your focus? How long does it take to do that in your mind?
I'm still learning. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Every player is different. For me, I feel like it's taking me a little bit. I wouldn't say a little bit longer because my BP is improving. I mean, just in general, like when it comes to baseball and hitting the ball hard, is my hard contact's improving. So, I mean, I'm working on it. It's getting better, but right now I'm putting it on the back burner because I got to get ready to start stealing some bases.
Okay. Thanks so much for your time. Best of luck in the series.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Eric.
Terrance, I was wondering, when you were designated for assignment in late July, did you think this opportunity would happen again, like so soon this year, to be back up with the team?
I knew there was a chance, and honestly, I'm not even gonna be honest, I was really close to actually going somewhere else, but I don't know, something told me to just stick it out, grind it out and work on my craft down at USU and at the alternative site, and that's what I did. I was really, really close to actually like going to another team, but something just told me just to hang it out. I mean, I love the club. I even told my agent that. I was like, I really, really like the Dodgers. Like, I don't know what it is about the Dodgers, but like the way you guys go about your business and the way you teach players to play the game of baseball and like all the mechanics. I don't know. You got so much stuff I've never even seen in my life. And then I'm really blown away about the stuff and the technology you guys have over here with the Dodgers. So I'd already told him like I really wanted to like stay with the Dodgers no matter what. So
how much different was this year in working on your craft or whatever it was down at SC with no games as opposed to like a normal minor league season?
I don't think it was that much different, honestly, because we would do the exact same thing you do as a minor league. Like we practiced and we played games, but only thing that was different, of course, were the fans. But when it came to like getting your reps in and getting all your stuff done and working out, and it's probably any other day you would do it in just a regular season.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Next question is from Mark Castillo. Go ahead.
Terrance, how fast are you?
How do you mean, like how fast? Like,
When was the last time you ran a 40 or something?
Oh man, last time I ran a 40 would be probably right before I got drafted, maybe like 2011. I don't know. If I ran a 40 right now, honestly, I probably can run 4-3, 4-2 ish around there. I ain't running a 4-4. If I run a 4-4, I'm just gonna retire. I'm retiring.
So you mentioned working on your craft. So what do you do? Are you doing like sprinter workouts? Like what do you do? Like
I'm doing more reaction because I figure like the older I'm getting, my reaction time is not like as quick as it like I wouldn't say as quick as it used to be, but like it's a little off. And then that, like I said, like more reps help. Doing like a lot of like reaction, like going different ways, agilities and stuff like that. It helps out a lot. So
thank you, man.
yeah.
Got a question from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey, Terrance, like when you were at the alternate site at USC, knowing that, your role, if you had one in October, would probably be this, are you spending that time doing anything different than the other guys? Is it more running, sprinting, or are you still kind of going through the same drills that everybody else is?
So we had a lot of games actually. And every other game, I wouldn't do it every game. I would act like it was like the 8th or 9th inning. I would go on first base and I was still. Then I told the pitchers and I told the catchers, I was like, look, I'm still in 2 pitches or whatever. Like I was just telling them, like, I don't care what you do. Like just play the game like you normally would, but just know I'm on first base. So, but other than that, everything stayed the same.
And you talked about like the knowledge of the game that you've kind of learned here and picked up here. I mean, do you have any examples of that? You'd also mentioned like, kind of changing the way mentally you want to drive the ball a little more. Is that sort of what you mean? Just kind of the mentality of how to hit?
Talking about like you guys got like a DVR that like puts up any pitcher you want to, and it like throws the pitcher at you. So basically, it literally looks like the pitcher's in front of you, and you're hitting off of him. Like stuff like that, you don't really. I mean, I've never even seen anything like that. And like all the hitting drills you guys use, like the hitting coaches, like with the tennis balls and the one like Will Smith had like a neck brace on his neck one time. I'm like, I came over here. I was like, what in the world is going on over here? But after a while, it finally like it clicked to me what these guys were actually doing. Like everything was for a purpose, and like I was just really amazed because I've never seen any other player do it. Like when I say like not one player, like a lot of them, like 3 or 4 players were doing it. So I knew something had to be working if a couple players are doing it.
And you'd mentioned you'd almost kind of gone somewhere to now be in this position. What's it mean to you to have a chance to go back potentially for another, late postseason run?
I mean, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family. I feel like I made the right choice. I just went with my gut. My gut told me to stay with the Dodgers, and I knew the Dodgers were a really good team. And I knew they were more than likely were going to be in the playoffs. But I mean, I had a little doubt, but like I said, I just stayed with my gut.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Got time for one more. Go ahead, DG.
Hey, Terrance, several times you've referred to the Dodgers as you guys this, you guys that, and not we. It's almost like you're talking about them as a separate team. Is it kind of a weird situation just to sort of be here on such short notice and almost like you're on loan a little bit?
I couldn't even hear it. What did he say?
I said you've used the words when you're talking about the Dodgers. You guys have this, you guys have that, not we. Almost like you're, not.
Yeah, I've been so many teams. It's just it's something I don't know what I mean. I'm just talking. I'm definitely part of the Dodgers now, but I don't know. Just who knows? We're good.